This is Dakota News Now, your first alert station.
Let women decide! Let women decide!
We are paralyzing physicians with our ban by forcing them to verify when they can provide care. They're weighing just how close to death we need to be before they can intervene and save us.
Parents' rights to know if their minor daughter is undergoing an abortion would be overridden by Amendment G. Even basic health and safety protections for women who are undergoing abortions, those are canceled and overridden by Amendment G.
Good evening and thank you for being with us. I'm Cordell Wright. The countdown to the election strikes 3 days, and thousands in South Dakota have already voted early. Amendment G, a right to abortion initiative, has been one of, if not the most heavily debated topics this 2024 election cycle. Today, dueling protests were held to try and sway undecided voters on the issue. First, Life Defense Fund, an organization standing against Amendment G, held a Get Out and Vote rally. They partnered with the South Dakota Federation of Republican Women and college Republicans for the event. It started at 11 a.m. and participants went door to door chatting with residents about Amendment G. Meantime, the group that sponsored Amendment G, Dakotans for Health, along with the group Mothers and Daughters for Freedom, held a rally of their own. The March for Reproductive Rights was held at Lyon Park at 2 p.m., marching down Minnesota Avenue to the courthouse, hoping to gain support for Amendment G before residents head to the polls on the 5th. We spoke with those on both sides of the amendment. Take a listen.
The more people know about how extreme Amendment G really is, the more they're rejecting that. And so we're just out there sharing that today with voters in South Dakota.
I wanted people to understand that our current law has a ban that is extreme. There's no exception for rape, incest, the health of the mother, or for fatal fetal abnormality.
If you at home watching this are undecided on Amendment G, you can learn more about all of the amendments on the ballot by watching our Matters of the State segments. Those are available on the Dakota News Now app and website.